Hello to everybody, our dear subscribers. FutureTrend channel is glad to welcome all of you. Today is 24th of July 2019. We are ready to present our everyday's material regarding of how to trade major currencies in the world financial community. So, at the moment, the United States dollar is quite impressive in its gains. So we could call it definitely as a king of the forex right now. But of course, a lot will depend on tomorrow's ECB's central bank meeting, and taking into account that the market already priced in a lot of dovishness of the European Central Bank in lower interest rate in the Eurozone. For example, we suggest that the market is fully priced in 10 basis point reduction of the main refinancing interest rate in the Eurozone, as well as probably in reinitiating of the quantitative easing program. All in all, taking into account the current situation, probably it will be quite important how the European Central Bank President, Mr. Mario Draghi, behave himself during post-meeting press conference, how aggressively dovish he will be regarding the current situation, how aggressively dovish he will be regarding overall state of the European economy, and on all, it will be quite important how he will evaluate the current situation, what kind of additional measures, dovish measures, the European Central Bank is ready at the moment to present for the market. But as you could see, the euro at the moment is quite weak. Now around 111.48, and for sure it will retest the lows of this year, located around 111.07. This major support barrier 111 roughly, if the European Central Bank will be negative during its meeting on Thursday. As regarding today is also interesting day. We will have today the European Union Flash Manufacturing Services PMI, starting from French, after that the German, and we suggest that already till the 8 o'clock Greenwich time, the market more or less will have all the information regarding the overall state of the flash manufacturing services PMI in the Eurozone. So it will be quite important today, because in case of upside surprise of these indicators, as well as if tomorrow's German IFA Business Climate Index also surprise to the upside, of course in that case we could expect probably not so dovish stance expressed by the European Central Bank during tomorrow's meeting. So pay attention to these numbers on European Union Flash Manufacturing Services PMI, as well as tomorrow's German IFA. And as regarding some other currencies, as you could see at the moment, the United States dollar is quite bold in its gains, quite strong, even against the Japanese yen and the Swiss franc. Anyway, here in the dollar Swiss, we continue to hold our short position initiated at 98.90, but anyway we decided to move the stop loss to the entry level just above the so-called immediate kind of downtrend line in the currency, located at 98.85. As regarding sterling, as you know, now we have a new prime minister in the UK. It will be Mr. Boris Johnson, and of course also here the market is more or less priced in the negative consequences of his leadership in the UK. But a lot of will depend on his next appearances before the public, in his readiness to to take or don't take the European Union stance regarding the Brexit. Already prepared Brexit plan, but we know that Boris Johnson before that was quite against such kind of decision and against the European Union Brexit proposals. So it will be quite important. Is it he really ready to take participation in another negotiation process, or he will, for example, will go out from the European Union without any kind of trade agreement, without any kind of deal. It will call a so-called hard Brexit scenario, no deal Brexit. So we'll see. You know that the deadline is scheduled for the 31st of October. Let's see some other parts of the financial community. As regarding euro crosses, here we still keep our short position in the euro sterling, and we will stop it out from our long position in the euro yen, because you know our priority here, our approach to the euro yen. We are at the moment trading below so-called long-term uptrend line, and that means that probably the gate is open for another downside progress of this currency. A lot will depend also on the behavior of the Japanese yen, but for sure here also everything will depend on the results of tomorrow's ECB central bank meeting. So let's wait a little bit before the final decision, because we are open to rebuy not only the euro dollar but also euro yen or some other euro crosses in case of upside surprise from the part of the European Central Bank. For example, if the President Mario Draghi is not so aggressively dovish as the market priced in at the moment. But for that we should wait for tomorrow's central bank decision. As regarding commodity block of currencies, friends, here we still keep our long position in the New Zealand dollar, as well as we entered a short position, a kind of small one in the dollar Canada. As regarding dollar Canada, you know that during yesterday's trading session, the pair touched its immediate kind of downtrend line in the dollar Canada, but never closed on the daily basis above that level. That means that probably slowly the pair will start to go back from this line. But of course, a lot will depend on the strength of the United States dollar as well. And as regarding some other pairs, it's nothing to say something new as regarding Russian ruble, which is also quite stable at the moment. There is a kind of small support around 62.40.50 level, and interesting kind of downtrend line located around 64.18 at the moment. That's why regarding dollar ruble, for example, we are ready to sell the currency at 64, another important resistance barrier with a stop above aforementioned downtrend line. The same applies, by the way, for the euro yen, for the euro ruble, where we also here ready to sell against the so-called downtrend line in the pair, which is located around 71-75 level at the moment. And finally, a few words about exotic currencies. By the way, we decided, where we decided to enter a short position in the Turkish lira. Why? Let's see the chart of the Turkish lira. The Turkish lira at the moment is trading around 571. Let's say touched its downtrend line, immediate kind of downtrend line that was drawn from the highs printed on 9 of May around 6.2425, and this kind of barrier located around the local levels at 573. So we decided to sell the pair look for a small gains of the Turkish lira in during next couple of trading sessions before closing our position, and we put a stop loss just above so-called immediate kind of downtrend line. So all in all, probably it's all that we suggested to say you during today's presentation. Let's wait for tomorrow's European Central Bank meeting, but of course we will be more wider speaking regarding the matter during our next appearance tomorrow morning. We wish you a pleasant, profitable day ahead, and bye bye.